briefcase. Members include Buddy Brasky, Adam Jazowski, Trevor Holloway, Austin Cromroy, Ryan Parslow, Paul Schneider, Cody Smith, Macon Bowes, Walker Child, Colin Higgins, Kevin Huffman, Jack Keys, Matt LaMontagne, Andrew Schneider, Jared Unger, and Dan Williamson. Congratulations to the 2013 Boys Cross Country team. If you would like to nominate someone for the St. Clair Athletic Hall of Fame, go to our website, stclairathletics.org, to get a nomination form and email it to schom@ecsa.us. These directions are also in tonight's Hall of Fame. Congratulations, everyone.
Welcome to another CTV Sports presentation. CTV Sports is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy Buick GMC. We care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank, North Star, guiding the way. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware. And by CTV, Community TV for Marine City and St. Clair.
High School. The Marching Saints are proud to be part of East China Schools, which is considered one of America's best communities for music
and we are just about ready now for the national anthem. St. Clair versus Hazel Park tonight. John Carter along with Denny White. Band on the field. Here come the Saints. First MAC conference game for the Saints in the silver. They'll be taking on the Vikings of Hazel Park. As the Saints go down to their end zone and line up for the playing of the national anthem.
Prior to the national anthem, we ask that you observe a moment of silence to honor the passing of Saints warrior Riley Gleason. The Gleason and Markle family are grateful for the outpouring of love and support provided by the greater St. Clair community. Tonight we remember Riley and ask you to join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the marching saints invite you to stand as we honor America with the performance of our national anthem.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
All right, Coach, we've been looking forward to this with quite a bit of anticipation. The Saints coming off a victory last week against a strong Croslex team, and certainly come in here with quite a few weapons poised for 2019.
They certainly do, and it's a senior-dominated team with everybody you would need. They have the speed, they have the toughness, they have the linemen, and above all else, they have a very, very stout, aggressive defense.
We don't know much about Hazel Park, Coach. It's a team that's just moved over from the Oakland Athletic Association. They were 4-5 last year. Certainly some very good teams over in the Oakland League, but as far as coming to the MAC, they're kind of an unknown quantity.
Yes, they are, and they run a wide open offense that's going to be interesting to see how St. Clair can defend it.
All right, we're looking forward to the start of the football game. As I said, Saints coming in here with a lot of anticipation. Tremendous season last year, and they're looking to build on that with another strong season this year as well. Looks like the Saints will be receiving. Back deep, number 11, that'll be Jared Lenarski. Number 2, Austin Schweiger. And Hazel Park will be kicking off, going from our right to left here for the first quarter. Doesn't seem to be much wind or movement of the flag, so that probably won't make any kind of difference from the kicking game standpoint.
Nope, it doesn't seem to be wind at all. Like, the folks are going to have a treat tonight when they watch Sean Donaldson kick. He kicked really well against Croslex into and with the wind, so with no wind tonight, it should be fun to watch.
That's just an amazing weapon to have, a strong kicker, especially in high school football. It buys you points usually.
It's a great weapon to have.
All right, number 17, that's Elijah Gomez, will be kicking off for Hazel Park. I ask you to bear with us as we learn a bit more about the Vikings as we watch them play for the first time. All right, we're just about ready for the start of the home season for St. Clair. There's a signal from the referee, and we'll begin. Short kick. Hit off the helmet, as it sometimes does. Couldn't see who that was, but the Saints cover, and they'll have the ball at about the 35-yard line. Looks like that might have been 26, Mason Spiza.
Number 26, Mason Spiza with the recovery.
Saints will begin on their own 35, first and 10. Brady Gleason will be leading the Saints out, number 12, second year starting as quarterback. Takes the handoff, quick hand, nice move, and into the secondary.
Number 20, Brendan Ruba with the carry.
Ruba with the carry, and he picked up about a quick 7 there, Coach, and there's a big hole there.
There sure was. That was a nice cut. He followed his blockers right through that hole off tackle, and had he not slipped, it would have been interesting because I don't think anybody on that team can catch him.
He has that breakaway speed. The Saints will certainly miss Ethan Mon, who had a tremendous season last year, but with Ruba and Kriske, they've got some people that can fill in very capably. Again, Gleason drifts a little bit to his left, Open, just off the fingertips. Looked like that might have been Josh Schmidt, maybe.
Josh Schmidt, yep.
Pass intended
He was
for
open.
number
The
86,
pass is just a
Josh.
little high. Sometimes happens the first pass of the game. But he was open. All right, it'd be 3rd and about 2.
The Viking defense certainly gave him enough space. There was a big cushion there.
Vikings certainly have some size up front. 52 is a large human being. Let's see what pressure they can bring on now. Gleason, again, hands off Ruba. Quick cut, and he has first down. 5-yard gain for
Number
Ruba,
20,
and it'll be
with the
Saints.
carry, tackled by number
1st and
7,
10,
Patrick White.
just
First
on their
down,
side of the
St.
50.
Clair.
Looks going to be placed at the 49. And a good start for the game for the Saints, getting that first down. It's always important, Coach.
Absolutely is, and they have I don't want to call it a patchwork, but they don't have their original starting linemen. They're missing 3 or 4 of them.
Trips right, quick pitch to Ruba's got cut back again, and breaks it down for another 5 yards. Gets down to the 45, and 5 yards at a clip on a running plays, first down. That makes coaches
We
happy.
can do that. It certainly does.
It opens up the playbook, as they say.
46.
Well, and the holes have been apparent right at the line. The offensive line's doing an outstanding job of opening those.
In motion, fullback, a little bit left. Ruba again. Good blocking on the contain. Breaks to the outside, cuts back, and I believe he's got another first down.
Looks like it, yep.
Tough running by Brendan Ruba.
Number 3,
And again, that 5 yards at a clip. That's a first down
St. Clair.
at the 40 of Hazel Park.
It's a nice setup, too, because as long as they can run him and he can gain yardage like he is now, it's going to bring the defensive backs up, and it's going to open up the deep passing game.
And they had nice blocking on the outside. Bus slip. Number 4 is Luke Ellis. Again, Ruba up the middle this time. Quickly tackled. Gain of about 1, maybe
Ruba with
2.
the carry, tackled by number 8, Carlos Dixon.
Dixon with the tackle from Hazel Park. That one they kind of jumped.
3,
Yep.
second down.
This is where you might see a fake and look for play action pass. Number 11 is Jared Lenoski. He comes in.
Viking defense is a 4-4, but now they're becoming more active with their linebackers, so there's going to be an adjustment on the Saints' offensive line.
Rolls right. Gleason. Lots of time. Now starting to get some pressure. Still's got it. He tries for the completion along the sideline. Incomplete. Intended for Ellis.
Gleason rolls out.
Brady had plenty of time. Just couldn't find someone
Yep.
open on that play.
Luke Ellis incomplete.
I think his original deep receiver fell down, and by the time he got back up and back in the pattern, the defender was there.
All right, 3rd this time and about 8.5. So Saints don't have the luxury of that short yardage on 3rd down. See what the play call is from offensive coach Gary Griffin. Number 7, bus slip comes to the right. Schweiger to the left. In motion is Ellis. Fake to him. Gleason bounces left. He's got some room and tackled on the sideline. Gain maybe of 1 there as that was the first time Hazel Park put pressure on. That'll make it 4th down at about 8.
For the Saints.
And that looks like the punting team coming on from Saints. And they'll
When the
try to-
Vikings bring those linebackers, it's basically an 8-man line, and your 5 down linemen are outnumbered.
Jared Lenarski back to kick. for the
Lenarski will be
Saints.
punting for St. Clair.
Number 2, Ralph Bush, and number
Ralph
6,
Bush deep.
Nathaniel Hardman deep for the Vikings.
For the Vikings. Lenarski's high spiraling punt. Oops, a bounce for the Vikings back towards the 20 and down there.
Ball is down at the 19.
like Hayden Gedeke
First
made
and
the
10 for the Vikings.
down play. And after the first Saints set of downs, they have the Vikings inside their own 20. Looks like that's the 19. Nice. Vikings go with no huddle. Number 10 for them, Matt Diaz, at quarterback. They have trips left towards us and a single receiver on the right. One player in the backfield. Number 7 is White in motion. Handoff inside and stuffed.
And out to number 2, Ralph Bush. Tackled
That
by
was Bush on the carry, and
Phillips.
looked like that was 86 maybe with the stop, and that was good line play by St. Clair.
It's a very tough defensive line. Very tough.
Schmidt, the 2 Schweihoffers look like up front. Quick pass, but
There
a
you go.
tackle, sure tackle over there.
Pass complete to number 7, Patrick White.
Nice play by number 22, Duncan Gillis. 23,
Ethan White.
so Ethan White there with a good play, and it makes it 3rd and 10. And Diaz looks to the sideline for the play call. They got spreads on both sides. Diaz goes back.
No.
Pass, and I think there was a little mix-up on the pattern that time as number 6 for Hazel Park, Nathaniel Hardiman, kind of cut that roof off and makes it 4th and 10 for Hazel Park. Schweiger deep for St. Clair. Number 4, Jarvis Fisher, will be punting for Hazel Park. Low snap, bobbled.
Oh,
He's going to run, and
That was a mistake.
well, there's a lot of room
Oh,
over there
wow.
to that side.
Yes, there is.
But he's still
Nope.
knocked down at about the 24. I thought he had time to get that away.
I thought he did also. Yeah. I thought he panicked.
Hardman scoops it up. Tackled by number 23, Ethan White. First down,
White with another tackle there, and that was when he reversed his field, coach. There wasn't a lot of white or blue jerseys over there,
no.
and sometimes that happens. You can overrun that play, and there were 5 or 6 Saints right by the ball, but he picked it up, reversed his field, but a good play by White and a couple others, and
It's a
stopped
good
him.
thing Ethan stayed at home.
Yes. All right, number 7, Matt Buslip towards us. Gleason. Lots of time. Straight drop. Oh. Probably started running before he caught it there.
Incomplete to number 86, Josh Schmidt.
Good pass that time by Gleason. That's one they'll catch pretty soon, but it just, that first play, get excited, started to look, he knew he was open.
Yep, it was a nice pattern because he was wide open.
And he was thinking about, what can I get? And kind of turned his head. All right, 2nd down, 10. Saints maybe a little bit of jitters, first home game, and they want to put on a show for this big crowd. Gleason under center. Handoff that time, I think, to Ellis. And he's still going. Works hard and gets about 4 straight up the middle.
Number 4, Luke Ellis on the carry. Tackled by number 6, Nathaniel Hardman.
Luke Ellis is one of the sophomores on the team. And he got about 4 yards, be 3rd and about 6. And this is definitely 4 down territory here. So the Saints have more options. They don't necessarily have to pass right away. Bus up to our right, Lenarski left. Ellis in motion. Ruba, he's got some room, cut back, still moving, and all the way to the 10-yard line. Good job. Brendan Ruba keeping his feet moving, and strong carry that time, Coach.
Absolutely well done. And again, he hit the hole.
Let's see this on the replay. You can see there's lots of room there, but a good
Cuts
cutback.
What a great cutback. Yep.
And then just ran through some arm tackles and finishes the run, as they like to say. All right, looks like the Saints are inside the 10-yard line, so it's 1st and goal to go at the 9. Evan Krusky's in the backfield for the first play here. He gets it, little cross buck action, and he's still moving. And into the end zone for the touchdown. 9-yard touchdown run by Evan Krusky.
started out as a nice hole, but then it got to be just a singular effort.
First carry of the ball game, and he scores a touchdown from 9 yards out. Nice start for St. Clair. 6 minutes 26 left, and the Saints lead 6-0. And here's Donaldson out of Gleason's hold. And a strong kick right through. And the Saints make it 7-0. And the band likes it. The fans like it. And we should mention, really good crowd here tonight. We had a
Very nice.
Great ceremony for the Hall of Fame inductees for this year. Saw the 2012, 2013 Saints state winning cross country teams. And then Coach Kevin Mon was inducted as well. So great introductory class here for the Saints Hall of Fame. And as you mentioned, not much in the way of wind, and actually a very nice night for
Very
football.
nice.
It's not as hot as it sometimes can be here in early September. Kind of feels more like October 1st.
It does. And it's not raining.
But it's not raining, right, and it's Michigan. All right, Donaldson. Long kick.
Boy, is that up in the air.
into the end zone on the fly. And that, I know people used to watching college football and pro football, you'll see that. You don't see that very often
That
in high
does not
school.
happen in high school.
That's a amazing weapon. If you make that offense have to start from their own 20-yard line every single time, that kind of field position means a great deal in high school football. Sean Donaldson with a big kick.
Tremendous weapon. Also from the field goal perspective.
True. Yes. I can see Saints. Basically, it's kind of a 3-4. Linebackers across, and then they have the 4 defensive backs. There's a handoff, number 2, and he slips outside. Good run, and pushed out of bounds. Up the field that time.
Josh Schmidt.
By Schmidt again. That's the second time he's had a tackle. That was number 2, Ralph Bush for Hazel Park.
He did get outside, however.
Yeah, kind of dipped in.
Yep.
Kind of drew the Saints linebackers in, and then couldn't quite make the tackle on the sideline. And then good hands by Schmidt to push him out of bounds and stop anything longer. And Josh Schmidt came from the other side of the defensive line that time to make that play. That's good hustle.
Absolutely.
And staying in your lane. Number 16, Denny Saligan, comes in for St. Clair. Going to give Lenarski a quick break. Sure what the holdup is here. Here they come now. There's a personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Hazel Park. Oh, both sides. Okay, so simultaneous fouls. No penalties offset, and there's no damage done. But that's not something the coach is going to be very happy about there.
No, not at all.
All right. Again, looks like Bush. This time he's really bottled up, and there's nowhere to go. And Schmidt with another tackle. Number 86. Josh Schmidt with his 3rd tackle already tonight, and doing a nice job.
From a defensive standpoint, that's what you want to see. You got 5 blue uniforms on top of the ball carrier.
And all the blockers upright and not making any progress or any penetration, any push. You can see for the Saints, number 23, Ethan White on the left. That's number 2, Austin Swiger, deep safety. Number 1 is Chris Kio on closer to us. Lenarski's on the far side. Diaz going deep.
Nope.
Good position.
Ooh,
terrific catch.
What a great catch. What a great catch.
That was actually excellent position by St. Clair, and there's not much you can do except the kid made a great catch.
Ethan White had him covered.
Good throw by the quarterback.
Sees the ball, it comes back. What a great catch.
Nice play. I think that was number 3, Kanan Aho, and that was a circus catch right there. And a good throw by the quarterback to Higgins. All right, first down for Hazel Park. They're on the Saints 38. That's their first down of the evening. Again, that sweep, and that went nowhere. Number 78, Lance Schweihofer.
With the carry tackled by number 78, Lance Schweihofer.
That's great defensive line play as he penetrated, and there was absolutely nowhere for that back to go. Saligan comes in, replaces Krisky. And you see this a lot. The Saints do have some players that go both ways, and the coaches try to get them breaks. Evan Krisky scored the touchdown that we have already, so Saligan's in for him. Diaz, 3 to his left. Quick throw.
Boom.
And in and out of the hands of the tackler there, and still on his feet.
Diaz dumps it to number 7, Patrick White.
Number 7 is Patrick White, and he broke a tackle there and did a nice job. Still got about 5, it looks like, maybe 6 to go for the first down.
About 3rd and 6.
That helps considerably. Looked like it might have been stopped with no gain virtually. All right, 3rd down 6, probably again 4-down territory for Hazel Park. Trips right, single receiver, Jarvis Fisher here to the left. Diaz
Trying to get him to jump.
fakes the count. Good snap. And the ball's on the ground. Let's see. It's still on there. It was squirting around there.
It was.
A very large offensive lineman had it kind of between his legs and couldn't quite get down to it, but recovered ultimately by Hazel Park on their 41. Let's see this again. This is knocked out. Well, you can see just the end of it, knocked out, and then you can see the ball squirt there.
Squirts right. Yes.
And that happens more than once with a football. It'll be 4th down, 4th and about 14 from the Saints 41. So
Those big linemen are not accustomed to reaching down and picking up the football.
not their forte.
No.
Number 2, Austin Schweiger is deep for the Saints.
Bush will be punting. End over end. Austin Schweiger, he's got it. He's got some blockers on that side. Cuts it up, still on his feet. And all the way to about the 32. Good return from Schweiger.
Return tackled by number 44, Anthony Smith.
And the Saints come out of that with pretty good field position, actually.
That's a fair trade.
Yes. Basically, back to within 9 yards from where they punted. So coaches will definitely take that. Down to under 2 minutes 50 seconds here for the Saints. They lead 7-0. You're watching St. Clair Saints football here on CTV, Community Television in St. Clair. John Carter along with Denny White. Again, wide open. And here comes Ruba. Got some room, cuts it back. Good move there, in and out, still moving. And all the way up the sideline, eventually tackled by Patrick White, but
Nice cut, very nice cut.
and it set up his blocks well all the way down there. That's well done. Watch this now. He's going to come to right at us. Stays in bounds. Now watch him set up this block here.
There, right
Donaldson, 30 yards downfield, putting his head on somebody. That's good play. That's good running there. It's not always going as fast as you
there.
can.
No, it's not, no.
Saints, first down on the 38 of Hazel Park. Schweiger towards us, trips left. Oop, that's going to be illegal procedure. And the Saints were not sure of their formation there, I think.
Good false start on St. Clair.
And coaches don't like that.
Not at all.
Make it 1st and 15. That's the first time we had seen that formation as well. And obviously something was going to happen there, but it was confusion as to where some of the plays. You need to have so many people on the line of scrimmage, obviously, and you can't have too many and cover up the end either. So those formations are important. All right, again, Schweiger, our side. Lenarski and Bush slip to the left. And referee's whistle.
Had the ball in the wrong place.
Yeah, math may not have been their major. Second and 15, or first and 15, I should say. Lots of time again, wide open. Swagger. Good throw from Brady Gleason. And this is a duo that's done that now for a couple years. Watch this. Number 2, Austin Swagger. And when you have a clean pocket like this for your quarterback, coach, it really helps. That was quick. Didn't realize it's that quite that quick.
He's got plenty of time to find him and get the ball to him, and he was wide open. Yeah, that's not the first time those two have connected.
All right, kind of a full house here. Saints Ruba again. Cuts down to, let's see, it looks like that's a 9-yard line. And I think that's going to be a first down.
Looks like the Saints run similar plays out of different formations. They try and get the defense to make adjustments to benefit the Saints.
Well, they're getting good holes there from the line.
They certainly are.
When you're untouched for the first 3 or 4 yards, that helps. All right, I-found formation this time. Gleason under center. Handoff, Ruba. Not as much room that time. I think he got about 1 or 2.
I think there was a little hesitation at the line.
And you got to hit that quick. Yep. So it'll be second down here for the Saints and go to go. You can see, kind of looked and there were 4 white shirts kind of staring him. But that time's maybe it's when you try to get low and get as much as you can out of it. Gain of 1. And it'll be second and goal to go from the 8. I like the tempo the Saints have here. They're getting in and out huddle quickly. Yep. Here's Ruba. Lots of room. Does he have the angle to get it in? Cuts it back and scores.
Yep.
Oh, that might be a hold over there.
Touchdown, Brendan
Yep.
Ruba,
Flag, and there was a single Saint blocking over there, and it kind of looked like he had him tied up a bit. And I think that's going to be called back for a holding. Yep. Said referee basically made the gesture. He had a hold of his jersey, and it kind of looked like something like that might have been happening. It's a long time to have to hold your block
That's
there.
a long time, yeah, very true.
Because that's a slow development to get all the way to the far side of the field. And unfortunately, it was right in front of the side judge.
And as a receiver, you're right down on the goal line, so it's not like you can take your defender out of the play because he's not going to follow you.
Right, yes. All right, so another penalty for St. Clair. It remains second down, but now back to the 12-yard line. And at least that's a spot penalty, so the Saints have it they took it back from about the 2-yard line.
More room to operate.
Gleason.
Like this.
Open in the middle, and it's, oh boy, good break on the ball by number 7. That's Patrick White. That's the danger of throwing it late over the middle. Boy, that was that if he had caught that, he was going in the right direction. There may not have been anybody who could have caught him. So, a little bit of a break for St. Clair. All right, Gleason goes back to the huddle.
He certainly jumped that pass.
He did a good job.
Yeah, and it was quick.
Well, again, as you said, the advantage for the safety in that position, you're not playing that far deep because you come to the end of the end zone. So you don't have to go as deep. You're not going to get beat 20 yards down the field.
You're not.
Gleason again goes back. Did he catch that? No, just hit the ground. That was a good try, coming back for it there on a pass that was just a little bit behind, but probably where it had to be thrown. That was Lenarski, went down. Now watch this. Brady rolling to his left, tough throw, and it did. It bounced right before it, but that was a good try. All right, Donaldson now. And is it Austin Schweiger who's the snapper on this, on the long snapper, Coach?
Yes.
That's interesting. Donaldson. All right, through him, and that's 3 points, and that was about a 27-yard field goal.
Yeah, there was penetration a little bit in the center of the line, but I'd be willing to bet if you blocked one of those, you wouldn't block the second one. He really kicks that hard.
There's some bead coming off that foot.
There is.
Well, Saints capitalize on the short field. They get 3 points. They lead now 10-0. 36 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Donaldson again will be kicking off. Saints hurt themselves with penalties a bit that drive, and kind of too bad because that was a good play by Aruba to get in, but come away with 3.
Get points every time.
John Donaldson, senior, linebacker, kicker, play some offense as well. And let's see what he can do this time. Nathaniel Hardiman and Bush are deep. Ralph Bush are deep for Hazel Park. And here comes Donaldson. Another high, deep kick. This was going to be fielded on about the 8. Hardiman. And tackled out at the 38-yard line. Trying to see who made the play. Looks like it was number 16. Denny Saligan, yep. Good deep boot, but some nice blocking and good speed by Hardiman there.
Yeah, he sets it up well. He runs towards the middle and then cuts it to the right. And the blocking was already there. That's good blocking.
And nice tackle by Saligan. First down.
Again, that's a well-coached defense. He's probably the fastest guy on the field, or the second fastest, and he stayed in his place.
Diaz, quarterback keeper, and he got about 4 or 5. 78, Lance Schweihoffer made the play, along with Joe Phillips, the middle linebacker. Mentioned Joe Phillips, Donaldson, Sean Donaldson, one of the linebackers, 52, Logan Herbert, and I think
Joe Phillips.
Joe Phillips is the other linebacker. All right, at the end of the first quarter, Saints lead 10-0. Let's have a word from our sponsors.
Murphy Inn, Restaurant, Spirits Hotel, all in St. Clair. Before or after the game, stop at Murphy Inn. Different specials every day. Happy hour 2 to 6 daily, and 7 vintage hotel rooms. Half off large pizza every Monday, karaoke on Wednesday and Saturday, live music on Thursday and Friday. Murphy Inn has private dining area for showers and family parties. Murphy Inn, Restaurant, Spirits Hotel in St. Clair since 1836.
Order St. Clair 10, Hazel Park 0. Do not forget to follow the St. Clair Athletic.
Welcome back, everyone. John Carter along with Denny White. Start of the second quarter, Saints up 10-0. 2nd and 7 for Hazel Park after the keeper by Diaz. And I should have mentioned the other linebacker from St. Clair's, Aiden Gedeke.
For us here on site every Friday night. Thank you.
And there's the referee with the whistle. Diaz takes a snap, looks right, and out of the reach of number 4, that's Jarvis Fisher.
It looked like the receiver stopped his pattern.
Yeah, might have had a bit of alligator arms in that one. That'll make it 3rd down and 7. Kind of an important down, I'd say, for Hazel Park here. They haven't had much. They had that one long pass on offense, but not much else has happened here. And you're in danger of an away game and a hour-long bus trip, and then get up here and fall behind too far. It's hard to keep that enthusiasm going.
It is. You need some instant success.
Bush is in the backfield with Diaz. And play signaled in from their coach on the sideline. And a blitz by St. Clair.
There it is.
Again, good push.
Max Schweihoffer that
Max
time.
Schweihoffer that time. And they kind of overloaded the center guard
Yeah.
box there. And Max just, with his compact center of gravity, just pushed that the center right back into the quarterback that time. Great play.
Nathaniel Hardman is in the
Max in number 52, Logan Hurlbert.
Herbert. All right, Saints again force a 3 and out, 4th and 14. Schweiger again deep for the punt. Low snap once again. Ooh, that's a short punt. Get out of the way, everybody. That's going to bounce back towards Hazel Park. And again, those low snaps, it doesn't take much as a punter to throw off your timing.
Yes.
And you start feeling the pressure, and it's not unusual to see a bad punt after that kind of, even though he wasn't pressured there. It's a tough position to put your punter in.
Check out our concession stands tonight and get a glimpse.
All right, Saints will have first down on
Thanks to Kevin, Norm, and the whole crew
the Hazel
at
Park
Sept for their support
38-yard
of
line.
athletics and Channel 6.
Gleason under center. Good strong run again. Ruba keeps going. And boy, that's nice running. Brendan Ruba showing something tonight.
Great individual effort.
And as we mentioned, Ethan Mon last year had an amazing season. I think 1,500 yards gained. And here's a replay, though, as Ruba's kind of taken over that mantle. See him break through there? Good hard running.
Timeout, Hazel Park.
And Hazel Park, not surprisingly after that one, wants a timeout. There was some tired-looking tackles there, Coach. We mentioned the Saints last week knocked off Croslex, a team that had beaten them last year, so that was a very good win. Other key teams in the silver, Marine City, they won as well last week to beat Sterling Heights very easily, and they're going to be a very good team this year as well.
They are, and like always, they're always well coached.
Both Marine City and actually Madison as well had a very successful season last year. Madison was beat last week by Monroe St. Mary's, which is usually a pretty good program downriver. Don't really know. They lost the Division I quarterback Madison did last year, so it'll be interesting to see how they turn out this year.
Well, and tonight they get Marysville on the Game of the Week on Channel 7, so it'll be interesting to see what the score reports are from there.
And Marysville got beat by Richmond last week, but Richmond traditionally is a pretty good team also. Yep. All right, Gleason brings them up there. Saints up 10-0. Let's whistle it towards us. Another handoff inside. And hard run straight up the middle by Ellis.
By number 4, Luke Ellis.
And he was tackled by 55, Devin Franchik.
Second down.
Nice hard run.
Yeah, Luke's another one got a good center of gravity, and as a fullback, that's something you like to have, actually. And you got to reward a fullback every once in a while with some runs, because he's going to be blocking 90% of the time.
Yep. Otherwise, you might as well make him a guard.
Which what they were in single wing.
That's exactly right.
All right, Ruben that time finally got stopped.
At least that's what my father told me.
Yeah, right. All right, third down, 6 to go. Saints would like to push this in. Had to settle for a field goal last time. Number 34, Phillips, will be in this play. And they have a kind of unbalanced line to the right this time. Ruba straight at the middle. Got some room.
Nice
cuts back. Ooh,
just
good tackle that time.
Yep.
Otherwise, he might have been on his way. Let's see where he's going to be marked. Looks like in about the 12 or 13. Question is, no, not a first down, but close. Saints go up very quickly. Look for a quarterback sneak here. Gleason.
Make him jump.
Thought about it. And good discipline by Hazel Park. They didn't jump, so Saints will call timeout. Important play. Third and looks to be no more than about a foot, or fourth and more than a foot. And Saints would want to have a chance for a touchdown on this one. Yep. Listen to the St. Clair band during the timeout. Saints come back on the field. 4th down, they say 1. Now Gleason's a big, strong quarterback. Nothing to say he won't take this right up the middle because he's a load. And he does.
Just like that.
I could coach this game, there's no question. Good first down for Brady. And he goes about 200, I think, and he's not going to be easily tackled. And he pushed straight ahead. Trying to see who the center is. I think it's
Clayton Spezia.
Clayton Spezia is the center, and they just went right behind him.
Shunk and Winston in the guards.
Okay, and then Maddox, Moselle, and is it Palumbo? The other?
No, he's hurt.
Okay.
Nate Luther.
Okay. We'll get better at the line. I will say in our defense, especially with Social Security eyes, it's really hard to read the numbers on the blue and the red from this distance.
I'm getting real close to umpire eyes.
That's right. All right, another timeout by this one called by Hazel Park, I believe. 1st and goal to goal at the 7. We mentioned Saints have a very strong senior-laden team. This is a year they want to take advantage of. We've talked about Ethan Mon, who graduated, certainly other good players, Parker Griefor, Scott Selleck, good contributing players, but to have your quarterback back, most of your defense, a good number of your runners and wide receivers, this is the season you want to take advantage of.
You sure do. It's Lance Schweihofer is the tackle, left tackle.
Gleason, quarterback draw, and that was stiffed out pretty well by Hazel Park.
The idea was good.
And he was tackled that time by number 8, Carlos Dixon. And it'll be 2nd down. Looks like back at the 9-yard line. Donaldson and Phillips come in. And that's not a bad idea there with somebody with Brady's speed and size. Spread the defense out and try to go right up the middle. 2nd down and 9. Ruba got to move. Cuts back, still working, and gets down to about the 2 or 3.
Tackled by number 22.
This is a great effort night for Brandon Ruba.
He's not going down with the first hit. He continues to fight for the yardage, and that time got another 3 or 4 yards after the initial contact. They're marking him at the 3, so it'll be 3rd and goal from the 3. A lot of plays available to you here for maybe a rollout. Gleason, nope, gives it to Ruba. Good tackle. Form tackle that time. Number 6.
Something got missed on that one.
Hardiman. Looked like they might have just had more people than we did on that side of the field. 4th down and 6. Looks like Donaldson will be back on. And sometimes you just run into where the defense calls where they're supposed to go. And so Sean Donaldson kind of at a little bit of an angle. This is not, even though it's closer, it's not an easy kick. Good snap. And he hooks it through. Sean Donaldson with his 2nd field goal, and the Saints lead 13-0. And they're, as you say, they're getting points.
Yep.
I mean, not touchdowns, but they're getting points every time.
Points every time, yep.
So give credit to Hazel Park. They've held off the Saints 2 times in a row, forced them to kick field goals. And after that kind of drive, I'm sure the Hazel Park coach is thinking that's a win.
I would think so, yeah. This is an explosive offense. If you can hold this team to field goals, that's a good start.
All right, Donaldson again beyond the 40-yard line of the Saints, kicking off.
Donaldson in the 2 kickoff. Number 2, Walter Bush. And number 6, Hardiman are deep.
Hardiman and Bush. And certainly a lot of the players from Hazel Park going both ways. We've called both Hardiman and Bush's names on both offense and defense. They are deep. Donaldson. Another high, deep kick. We fielded at about the 6, 7. This is Bush, got room, and tackled at
Nice
about
run.
the 32-33.
Nice run. They're strong, quick runners.
With the return tackled by number 76, Nate Luther with the tackle.
Number 76, Nate Luther with the tackle.
Vikings on the
And you're correct, Coach. That
33.
got up a pretty good head of steam there, and he was moving fast. But again, Saints will take the field position, 33. Diaz in a pistol, number 2, Ralph Bush next to him. Quick screen, Hardiman, nice move, and tackled from behind.
Pass to number 6.
That was Phillips.
Daniel Hardman. Number 34, Joe
Really
Phillips
quick,
with the tackle.
kind of bubble screen there, and
Logan Hurlbert.
I think they got out and outflanked the defense that time, and good run by Hardiman.
Yep. Broke the first tackle. They run very hard.
Diaz looks, and taken down. Nice play that time. Let's see if we can catch a number.
Number 78, Lance
26 was
Mason Spiza.
Mason Spiza.
Lance Schweihofer also.
A loss of about 1, so it'll be 2nd and 11. Coming up on 6 minutes and 20 seconds. And you can notice Hazel Park doesn't huddle. They line up and then look to the sidelines for the coach's call. We've got trips to the left of the quarterback. And quick run, but nice play. Good strength.
tackled by Max Schweihofer.
Number 78, really, with his fingertips, was strong enough to bring down Diaz. That's an impressive play right there.
Matt Schweihofer.
He's had a very good game. They're down an 8, and Madison Heights just has not been able to capitalize and sustain drives. Quick pitch, Bush, and he is knocked down very quickly. I think that might have been
Tackled by Joe Phillips.
Donaldson and Phillips with the tackles. And I think Hazel Park's going to be forced to, looks like, punt again. Hardiman will go back. You do have to watch, though. This is one of their wide receivers / running backs, and you got to stay in your lane. Don't let him get outside. Schweiger is deep. Yeah,
Yep.
it's a fake.
Pass.
And first down.
Yep.
That was to number 13, Trayvon Clay. Good throw from Hardiman.
Tackled by Matt Buslip.
But they took the chance, already down 13 points, and it worked out. Said it's at a point for Hazel Park where you got to try something.
You do. Yep.
Under 5 minutes, first half. Saints lead 13-0. Diaz and Bush in the backfield, trips left. Number 4, Fisher to the right. Kanan in motion. Bush, and
Very good.
quickly stopped. And he lateraled that, and that hurt him. So Donaldson made the original play, and then Bush lateraled it back to the quarterback, who said, "What are you doing?"
Aiden Gedke makes the final tackle.
And Gedeke made the final tackle, and they end up losing 10 yards. And actually, it could have been worse, because a play like that could easily
Could have been the ball. Yeah.
getting swung around there. You don't normally want to lateral the football, but all right. Saints will take it. Loss of 10, second down and 20. Diaz,
Ooh,
good throw to Ano, and he is finally tackled. And that was a gain of about 11.
Saints secondary really closes quickly.
Yeah, nice tackle by Buslip that time. And it'll be third, and it looks to be about 8 or 9 yards to go. I'd have to agree. I have to think again that this will be a 4-down territory for Hazel Park. So they might just try to get 4 or 5 here and have a reasonable. Have a reasonable 4th down. Diaz rolls right. High pass.
Yep.
Tough throw. On the move. And it'll be 4th down and about 8. And as we thought, the offense is staying on the field. It looks like they'll call timeout. A good move by the coaches. There's 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. This has been, I think, their deepest penetration in the Saints territory, and this is going to be a crucial play, 4th and 8. Not an easy play to make, but one that they need if they want to be able to sustain something.
Yeah, and they need to make something happen, if they can, before halftime.
I think the Saints will probably look for a strong pass rush. Number 76, Nate Luther, came in. And you have to imagine they'll try to put some pressure on Diaz. That quick screen pass that they tried a couple of plays ago was successful. You wonder they might try something like that again. Saints would love to get the ball back and try to get a touchdown this time. Diaz brings the Vikings back onto the field. 4th and 8. We've got 2 sets of receivers, each on each side. Diaz in the pistol. In motion, number 7. On a roll and cannot get it, but I think he got tackled beforehand. And that's going to be defensive pass interference. And that was probably a good play because I think that might have gone.
I think that was a touchdown if he didn't tackle him.
So 4th and 8, defensive pass interference. It'll be 1st down for Hazel Park. And unlike pro football, this is not a spot foul, so you got to go back to the line of scrimmage and mark off 15. So again, from the St. Clair perspective, much better than a long completed pass or a touchdown.
Absolutely. It was a good decision. Assuming it was a decision.
Or as opposed to panic.
Yes.
3 minutes left. Definitely Hazel Park's deepest incursion into St. Clair territory. Ano again in motion. Diaz. Open. Knocked away at the last minute. Number 1, Evan Kriske with a good play that time, and he timed it perfectly. And there is no face guarding in high school football, and as long as you don't interfere with the receiver, you're not required to turn around like you are in a pro game. And Evan just made a very good timing play that time. A little bit underthrown, probably.
Yep.
Diaz, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Nope.
Nothing in the middle, and the Saints have been very stout against the run. There's just not much room between the Schweihoffers and Smith, and then Phillips and Hurlburt up the middle is strong. That's very strong.
Not the place you want to make positive yards. It's not going to happen.
That'll make it 3rd and 9. Saints have had a little trouble now the last couple of times stopping them on long yardage. Diaz looks to the coach for the play. Coach got to be thinking at some point, we got to have something other than 3rd and 9 and 3rd and 10 because I only have so many of those plays. Quick hitter up the middle, and again.
That's not it.
Nice play by the Saints. Virtually the entire Saints line, but it looked like Hurlburt again was in on that. And that's going to make it 4th and 10, and that's going to be the final timeout for Hazel Park. Minute 53 left. And Saints defense has to be thinking, okay, let's not have a penalty flag this time and try to keep them with a reasonable amount. You would normally think you could stop people on 4th and 10. Lights on now. Really a great night for football.
Absolutely.
A little bit overcast, probably in about the mid-60s. Not too hot, but certainly no freezing rain and no snow. So for Michigan, we're happy.
At Lanphier High School on Thursday, September 12th.
Hazel Park will have 4th and 10 from the 24-yard line. Last time they isolated their fastest receiver one-on-one on a defensive back by overloading one side, and let's see if they try to do something similar this time. Puts a lot of pressure on the cornerbacks.
Sure does. You're on an island out there.
Well, they're going to be spread. 2 receivers on each side. Bush in the backfield with Diaz. 4th and 10. Diaz takes a snap. Short pass, and I think his hand got hit. No, let's see. I think his hand was going forward. Maybe he just lost control of it as he was passing, but I think that's the correct call.
As his arm moved forward, I was looking downfield, and then I didn't see anything.
I really think what happens, he just lost control of it as his arm moved forward. You'll see that sometimes, and correctly called an incomplete pass. So Saints take over. Minute 47, plenty of time. Saints, I believe, had 2 of their timeouts remaining. And they will look to get in field position for another field goal or perhaps even a touchdown. Lenarski and Schweiger left. Quick hand up off the middle, and Ruba is corralled that time after a gain of 1 or 2.
Ruba with the carry, tackled by number 50, and Dupree. Second down.
14's in, 2 is out. 11's out 2.
Under center, Gleason. Run again this time. Ruba gets about 5 or 6 yards up to the 32 or 33. Clock's running, and Hazel Park has no way to stop the clock at this point. So the Saints, if they choose to, can run this down really to the end of the half. Gleason back on the field. And again, Ruba. Good cut up to the 35, and I think he has first down.
Yep.
So definitely they can run it out now, but had to see if Saints want to use a timeout,
Nope.
They're going to just use the time stoppage from the first down. Gleason. He's back, and that was probably illegal procedure on the Saints. Some irritating penalties, I would think, for coaching staff here, is that Saints just have made some mistakes, particularly on offense, and have wounded themselves in the extremities a couple of times. 41 seconds, 41.9 seconds to be precise. Our scoreboard gives us the tenths of a second at this time. First down and 15. Saints spread. Gleason pitches to Ruba. And has a little trouble with the handle, gets out of bounds, and it'll be second down and about half an acre at this point. And I would almost think this might be kneel down time at this with this kind of.
I think if you look in the playbook,
yardage.
They don't have a play 2nd and 20.
And with 35 seconds left. Saints pretty conservative here at the end of the first half, but they're in their own territory. They've got the lead, and I think that's the main thought process here. Gleason brings him to the line. Ruba in motion. And Ellis with a quick hitter up the middle.
Ellis with the carry for a 2-yard gain.
And he gains about 2. And it'll be third down and 20. And I don't think the Saints are going to bother trying to snap this one up. There's no real reason to do so. I think the Saints are just going to let that clock run down, and hits 10. And they'll go into the halftime with a nice lead, coach, and 13-0. Good, strong defensive showing in particular for St. Clair.
Yeah, it looks like they spent offensively the first half finding the holes that they can take advantage of in the second half. And as you mentioned, the defense is stout.
All right, Saints lead 13-0 after the end of the first half. Evan Kriske with a 9-yard touchdown and 2 field goals from Sean Donaldson lead the Saints in scoring, and we'll be back in just a moment to bring you the second half.